People Mobile.
Welcome back, everybody, to We the People, and have we got a show for you tonight. We are going to be going over what I did. It was a lot, be warned, but I'm going to try to summarize. Basically, let's start with where the areas of focus are. This Port-au-Prince and Arizona, all through here, this section has all been set to with the new proper functional auto transport functionality. Up here has not. It's not even fully unified and fully, I guess, retained, contained, quelled, calmed, and it's definitely not in a state of peace and tranquility. And on the west, we have a spread out bit-o mess and very early young colonies that are just starting to get needs for specialty resources and whatnot. So today's focus, there's a couple things I've done. I actually went through and did, there was one other thing, Trois Rivières, I think it was. I just remembered. No, Cyan? No, Trois Rivières. Here's the next. No, Port-au-Prince, that's one. Not Trois Rivières, that's in the north. Port-au-Prince needs a, the heck did they need? Dang it. I forgot. No, it wasn't them. It's gotta have been Arizona needed that? No. Hold on. It's gotta be Cheyenne. Cheyenne? Cheyenne's going to be doing fur work. I just shut this off. I didn't realize that shut it off in the towns too. Cool. Yes, so these guys are going to have the fur, which means they're going to need fur traders in Cheyenne. Do I have Cheyenne notes? Of course I do. Yeah, I have fur trader. There you go. 2 of them. Thank you. That was what I needed, and some butchers up here eventually. Okay. Also, was the spice being done here, or was it being done in Arizona? I think Arizona. Arizona needs spice merchants? Yes. Spice traders. Times 2. Good. They'll need it times 4. They'll need 4 of those for sure, because they'll do salt here, and they will also do spices here. Okay, so here's the deal. I focused on what we need to order as far as trainees for going forward. So when we get a pop-up, at least I've got a list of things that I hopefully will need. So I've got all the way from Port-au-Prince, all the way Cheyenne, Arizona, Fort Shepherd, looked at Nassau, Fort Nassau, Regina, La Isabella, New Amsterdam, and I don't think I actually did any in Vegas. Did I actually write any down that we needed? I don't know if we need any trainees here. Looks like I passed it because we actually don't need any right now. We are brewing 70 beer in Vegas. I mean, it just seems right. So we'll move on from that. Now, our capacity is way over the limit here, which is unfortunate. We're blowing off a bunch of stuff. That's because this place has had some deliveries. Now, all that aside, we are going to take all these guys and auto them. So I actually did, hold on, I didn't check over here, make sure I didn't put any trade. So let's go to the import-export and clear. Good. Petit Jove. Make sure nobody in this area. I think if there's nothing there, they're probably clear. We'll come back for New Amsterdam. Let's go this way. Torriere, clear. Para West, also nothing. These are going to be manually done until I get, figure out how I'm going to do these resources. Because, like, places like Port-au-Prince is fine. It's on the land real close. Tada up here is not. Anything Tada produces and is going to transport, if there's a wagon that picks up that job, I'm concerned that if a covered wagon picks up a job from here that's being requested, like a product, like say we make a bunch of tobacco here, and that's being requested in La Isabella, then they will try to ride around. And I don't know how that's going to work. So maybe we put some boats and export out of here. That's probably what we'll do, but we might set up something local here and that sort of thing. But that's for a future Drake problem. Let's go Quebec. I don't remember which way along the list I was going. Far west, that way. Go back this way. Cyan, Fort Ross. Fort Ross is good. Then it's part of the Dutch West. Arizona is good. Los Angeles is not good. No imports. Good. Okay. Excellent. Vancouver has none. That's the very northwest. Fort Shepherd is fine. Isosceles has no auto importing. Good. Regina. No, Regina does. Don't clear that. Fort Orange. You're good. And that's fine. So Fort Orange is also cleared. Good. Okay. Then we should be back to La Isabella, Fort Nassau. Okay. Now, here's what we did. Here was the problem. I had set up, if I wanted to, let's go down to something that I wanted to import. For instance, these guys don't produce coffee. So what I had is a feeder, and I had an amount saying, give me 100 of that. That's wrong. This always baffled me why it said spin button. I assumed, strangely enough, that a bottom spin button, that a spin button meant something that it was like, what's a spin button? Means nothing to me. I've never heard the term before. Maybe it's a coding term used for what these are. But a bottom spin button, they're not bottom, they're to the left. That was my brain freeze. If I looked at this one, tried to piece them together and step outside my own confusing brain, I would have noticed that import, it says left, import, limit. So I assume because I can't get any pop-ups here, that's why they're putting the text here as a text overlay. It's probably part of the UI that's just beyond what I recognize. So I would have assumed if I moused over here, it would tell me, it would pop up and do the normal modern thing like one of these and say, this is for this. It doesn't. Under export, it says left is maintain level. Under import, it says the left is import limit. So if I want to never let an automated transport drop off more than 100 here, that's what this would say. However, if I want them to maintain 50 coffee here, and don't worry about a limit, I want them to maintain that. The feeder refers to the import feeder. That refers to, it turns on import at 75% of this number and turns it off at 100% of this number. So the auto, if I wanted to export whenever over 50 coffee, this is the maintain number that it's comparing this to. So a high number of trade routes slows down. This feature is disabled auto trades when there's nothing transport. Right, so this it turns on and off. So if I activate it to this turn, it won't do anything until next turn, and then it'll have to check all these again. So what I've done is I've gone through, I'm gonna hit this and clear again. What I've done is I've gone through all the cities in the Dutch East, okay, the main Dutch core, and we cleared them all, and then we went in and we auto set them up. So towns, generally all the towns have a feeder of 200 for lumber, a feeder of 200 for stone, and I'll tell you if there's not a general thing specific to this town. In this case, we're feeding, most of them are auto exporting any hemp that they get, because the place that produces it doesn't use it, and can't use it, and any other places just should auto export them. So basically, raw resources that we produce, or that we can get here, but we generally don't produce, I just want them out immediately if any get dropped off. For the hemp, I do not want to auto export anything ever for the hemp in this town. I want to import or to feed in to try to maintain, let's say 200 of this, 300 of this, because this is well, let's go 200. That's what I did standard for this sort of stuff around the way. They're importing hemp constantly. Now that 200 is only give them what, 5 turns worth of production. So it's got to do it regularly. They will feed to maintain, and they'll feed to maintain 200 ore. They'll also auto when over 200 ore. Ta-da! Super awesome. And then let's see. We don't want sheep or stuff here. We're gonna have no sheep and no cattle here, so we'll just auto export those. The breeding stock here will auto when it's over 200. We'll export them when they're over 200, and I can put a feeder auto for that. The coca leaf will put a feeder as a basic, so any resource that the town does not produce and never is going to deal with, but it will have it can have a domestic demand for. So coca leaf and everything from here to here. So furniture, I don't know. Oh, we do even have luxury goods demand. I don't know how you make those. No idea. Maybe there's a way to make those later. So coca leaf all the way, or cocoa leaf, and coffee, cigars, wool cloth, colored cloth, leather, coats, premium coats, salt, spices, beer, rum, wine, and train oil, and fine furnitures, as well as luxuries. Those are all being set to import to maintain or a feeder of 50. Okay, so I don't want to keep that, all of these raw resources that we're producing that we're not really producing here that should be exported automatically. So if the merchants or the pirates, privateers or whatever drop off resources, they can drop it off wherever and it'll get shipped to where it needs to go. We're auto exporting basically everything there. Now rock salt. This place is not rock salt, it's sugar that I'm looking for. There and there. So it does have sugar. So we're going to do feeder and auto. And we're going to say 300 of those. No, 200. 200 is my standard for that. So auto that out, and the whale oil. Now, you guys are not going to have a feeder. Not going to have a limit for feeders. I don't want to have the limit on there. I don't know if that messes with this, but the whale oil is dropped off here, so it doesn't matter. And it's not going anywhere. The oil we're producing here is like 49. We can upgrade that further if we need to. We'll auto that out. With trade goods, we don't have any events that produced any of those or anything, so we don't use them. For sailcloth and rope, I'm going to have, in this case, this is not a feeder. All the rest of the towns have feeder set to 200 for this. In this case, I'm going to auto out 200. And I just mouse over them, type 200, move the mouse away. Tools, the same thing, is going to be a feeder and an auto out, 200. And then the normal towns have feeder, and feeder on the weapons, 200 on the cannon, 300 on the firearms, guns, and 200 on the swords. I'm also going to set those as the auto output if this town produces it. Now, salt, we are salt, silver, gold, and gems. We'll have those set to import. All the rest of the towns have them set to auto. Yeah, all of them rest are set to auto. Now we're going to go with our cocoa, coffee, and cigars. We'll set those to the standard 50. So we're just showing you one run through, and this is the capital, so we'll have a good idea of what the new set is doing, and that will make everybody know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish. And hopefully, since the test worked, as soon as I switched the number from having it on this bar to having it on this bar, everything started flowing. So, well, not everything. The few things that I had tested it on started flowing. So we'll leave it at that. That's a good sign. Hopefully, it'll be awesome for everything. Now, I'm going to go feeder and auto for this. Not 505, 50. Thank you. Wine we bring in here. Train oil we don't bring in. We output over 50. I want to keep it at over 50 because I want to make sure that the town itself has access to the train oil. There's no point in having Amsterdam running out of happy juice or happy lights, as it were, for because they have no oil, and they ship it all away. Okay, that is the import-export thing finished. And I've adjusted a few buildings, told them to do a few different building stuffs. Now, I think we might need to intervene in a couple of these towns and make extra transports. The Conestoga is a 4-cargo that can go outside of... can be transported by a galleon. Okay, good. And it can go out of... off the main roads, whereas the carriage is only on plaster country roads, so the tier 3 roads. It's the better storage by far, but its capacity is limited to only fine roads. So I'm going to go, we've got 3 of these guys already made. I'm going to put on 2 Conestogas at the end. Oops, didn't mean to put that at the beginning. Tool factory, please go on top of that. Where's the tool factory? Right there. I meant to put the Conestogas at the back end, please. So a couple of those, maybe 3. We'll send 2 north to the French Quarter and 1 off to the west to Fort Orange. That can run on the land trade there. That'll be enough to operate that whole thing over there, and a couple of these up in the French area. It's probably not needed. We probably could go with the carriages, but we'll see. Actually, yeah, that might be a better choice. Let's only do 1 of those Conestogas for the west. Okay, so all that said, eventually we might take a road from the Dutch quarters south all the way southwest to the new 3 towns down by Fort Orange, but we'll see. For now, that lets us finish that turn. Jeepers, you know, only 16 minutes in. Now, there's going to be a bit of a pause for this turn because, hey, it's the first turn since I reloaded or loaded up the game and started the game up. And then it's also going to have a lot of crazy people. Now, Fort Orange is one that is not on my to-do list for these, so I'm going to go ahead and probably put a fisherman out here. Arizona has finished its spice trader's house. That's great. So we know they're going to be doing some of their spices, right? Arizona needs spice traders. Yes, they need a statesman, a preacher, some miners, smith, and some spice traders. Building wise, I think what we'll do is we'll put in, let's put in the stockade. That's probably a good choice. And then we'll start putting in the happy stuff, the market, the tavern. We could do the upgrade to the spice traders post, but it's probably not necessary here yet. This place isn't going to produce any volume at this point. This will be a salt manufacturer at some point, but and then we'll put a stable in there for sure. Probably the upgrade to the lumber mill would be a better choice early. Let's do the lumber mill and then the happy stuff. That's good. And the stable in that mix. Town medic, no, we'll put the granary in there. This place will actually produce some grain on the fields. Printing press. Upgrade for the church. Does the college give happiness too? It does. Basically, any building that generates happiness, we want to have it on the list eventually. All right, Arizona done. Why, thank you for the gifts. Oh, certainly I will happily buy your overpriced products. And no, I will not buy your overpriced slaves. Fort Orange for now. Now, what I also did is pulled a bunch of people off, various different towns that had exorbitant amount of fishermen going, because I was just getting buried in population. So we'll leave that as is. Now, this place produces some furniture. It can probably not going to need any furniture elsewhere, so I think you're going to simply camp here for a while till the boats do their thing. Ah, yes, silver in Vancouver. Keep loading up, please. Wait your turn. We got a tobacconist in Los Angeles. Now, you have a tobacco shop, don't you? No, you don't. You have a furniture shop, but you don't have a tobacconist shop. You do, however, have the capacity to start producing that. So let's put a tobacconist that's rum distillery, tobacco house. Let's put a tobacco house at the front, get that done, and then I don't know what I just interrupted. Darn it. Well, it's probably important. Stockade and a warehouse. Yes, so let's go with a stockade and a warehouse. Lovely. I don't know what you were building. I don't know. No idea. Oops. My bad. This place is going to do a whole bunch of foodstuffs and probably a whole bunch of manufacturing. We could have this kind of like an Isabella where it produces 3 or 4 resources and then outputs the finished product. We'll go ahead with the windmill at the end of that. Good. So our tobacconist isn't going to tobacco yet, but I'll actually pause him until next turn when he will get his stuff. Arizona man, you are just finished a farm. There is a beaver down here. That's going to get a trap. Good. You guys produced... Is there a farm here? I don't think the trees can handle the farms. Pretty sure they cannot. So let's see. If you're going to have... Well, I don't know about fur. We definitely want to have a barley farm here. Is that a farm already? Not yet. Oh, that's not what I meant to move. Did I just move my troops? Oops. Dude, get back there. That's going to cause a serious problem. You're instantly going to go into overload crap. I made a oops there. That's going to be a farm. I should not have moved that dude. So yeah, I've even pulled troops off the fields that were producing in the farms. This is a non-specialized, right? Are you a specialist? You're a free colonist. You've only been doing it for 8 turns. All right. So you have don't have the fancy roads yet. Plaster road, please. Why are you out here? There was a reason for this. I know there was some reason. In Quebec, what were we going to do with that tile? Ah, yes. I need some forestry in Quebec, so I'm going to make that. Hi. You're not supposed to be there. You are, but you're not. You guys are supposed to be up there. Good, good. Stand here and just hang out. I'm not ready for you yet. This guy is going to just wait here until my one of my builder dudes gets there. You're going to make your new home here. All right, make sure everything is unloaded from that. Tada can pick up whatever we don't need here. I'm going to grab a bit of lumber. That's it. And we're gonna sail around here. We're just gonna start hauling. Oh wait, that group has one of our galleons in it, doesn't it? Frigate galleon. There we go. The galleon needed to go to the capital, I believe. Lovely. We have the AMS Smuggler. Let's rename the Smuggler here. This is the AMS Shiny. The AMS Shiny Gem. There you go. This is a smuggling ship, the AMS Shiny Gem. It's the one that picks up the silver and the gold. And I believe we have a little more silver, one more load up, and it'll be ready. Fort Orange is trained. A wagon train has done work on the warehouse expansion. Well, that's lovely. Thank you. These guys are waiting for that ship that I just sent over. This is a trek. He can be autoed. These are fishermen. They can be arrested. You is what I thought I was selecting when I told this guy to move. Better. Okay, carpenter arrived in Cheyenne. We have one there already. We do have some lumber, but hey, why not get more? There we go. A little unhappier, but they're making more stuff faster. Good stuff. College, and then that, and then we go warehouses. Wonderful. This town, our spot has produced nothing. Is this a carpenter's location? It is. Directly east of the town. That is a lodge needed. Thank you, gentlemen. Indigo planter. I mean, you might as well. I don't know if you'll ever become an indigo planter, or if you'll ever be used as one, but that's fine. We have a galleon. Oh, this galleon is coming up to town. Oh, well, in that case, you might as well be the one going to the capital. But that's okay. We'll sort that out when he gets there. Oh, yeah, this galleon as well. Screw it. This guy's sitting here with a bazillion fine lumber, and I mean, yeah, maybe we better not dump it out. Are we for cargo here? Not good enough. We've got to get a more extensive warehouse. So if I put the warehouse expansion on and fast build with $1 gazillion, I don't know how much it actually costs, but a lot. That'll increase our capacity, so we could probably offload those things soon. We'll give that one more turn to wait. Just have to keep checking that our students are doing their thing. You are yes, the Isabella export. So this gets returned. This is a trek. This gets renamed again. I went and renamed those thinking I was going to have to do them manually because it was broken. But, surprise, it was Drake that was broken. Let us unload and then auto. Boom, he just picked up something. He just bolted. Where did he end up? I don't know what you moved, but you moved something. What do we have here? He probably moved some cocoa or stuff. It was fast. Didn't even see it coming or going. You're waiting. We have oh yes, the frigates and such are back. Good. Okay, you guys did pick up some troopage. I think maybe I think maybe you guys can just unload your troops, and you can sleep here. We'll have the Navy on standby for a while. Military units. Good, and none of them need training, so just go do that. Vegas Express is a wagon train, so it's going to be name removed, please. That's how it works. Hold on. I did that wrong. This Trek over here is actually named Trek. Trek named Trek. That's better. All right. Now over here we had a wagon train. Yes, right. So you could do stuff, but you're just going to hit auto. Boom, off he goes. What's he carrying? He is carrying nothing. He's going to somewhere. Ah, he's on his way to Fort Nassau. Well, that's where they all piled up last time, so that's nerve-wracking. You ran out of emotions getting here, so that's okay. And did you deliver stuff that was needed? Maybe. I hope so. I really hope so, because now I'm really feeling nervous. Cloth, coats, and spice. Cloth, coats, and spice are all supposed to be exported from this town. Because that's what we produce here, correct? Yes. Cloth, coats, and spice. Do we have a lot of cloth right now? We don't have a lot of cloth right now. Now, they're over numbers, but they're using up their cloth, but they're using up really fast. I'm going to get this guy to go back to cotton planting. That'll put us to a positive 5. Okay. We do need some more weavers, but they must be on my list, right? Fort Nassau, 2 more weavers. Yep, that's the plan. All right, we got to trust the system a little bit here. This guy, what are you doing, dude? We've got a road. We have a plaster country road, and we have a plastered country road down to here. Yes, so we wouldn't even need the Conestoga over here. We don't even need it to be a Conestoga. Now, is this able to be transported? It is not. Interesting. The carriage has to go on plaster country roads, and it cannot be transported in a ship. So I'm going to need to make one over there if that's what I'm going to end up having. So, all right, you are in Para West. We can make an ore miner up there, and we can make a lumber yard here. So let's go up here and put in an ore production. Madame Weaver here in Isosceles. Why is Madame Weaver here? Well, we are going to make some cotton here. So at some point, that'll be useful. Well, why don't you just start stockpiling some cotton? We have the family, or we have the town happiness sort of suitable for it. So making a whopping 4 brew. This is the wrong guy, isn't it? Yes. Sugar into rum. Oh, no, this is rum. Okay, so he's just producing 4? Why are you only producing 4 rum, dude? What? Wait, what are you? Well, he's a brewer. Oh, he's a brewer, not a distiller. Okay, that's fine. So he should be brewing beer. That's what we want him down, the brewery down here. But he's, for now, making distilling... making sugar, I guess. Do we make barley out this way? I don't see that we do. I don't see that we could. We could make barley. And then this spot can make barley. But no, I don't think we'll make the barley here. Do we have sugar? We got a fair amount of sugar here. So let's leave it with cotton, because that's what we'll actually use here. This guy could then be cleared. And he can start training to be a rum distiller instead of a brewer. That's good. All right, Peggy's Cove. You have a boat here. Yes, you do. Okay, unload your stuff. Wonderful. What are you going to pick up that's overstocked here? Anything? No, nothing. Nothing at all. So this is the Gelderland. The Gelderland isn't really going to be doing anything useful as far as I can tell. So why don't we just grab a few resources and head over to here. Sure. That'll distract him for a while. The Orange Express is still smuggling its gems out of here. Some silver. Now, is there anything else we should smuggle out of here? We have furniture ready. Not enough. We do have guns, but those aren't being sold. A lot of fur. We could take some fur and just go to port. Sail to port. All right. Placer Road is ready up here. Lovely. I don't know why I needed to build a plaster road there, but we did. We didn't need to. We built the road anyways. Necessity. If you build it, they will come. Isn't that what they say? This guy is going to hop in this boat right here. And this boat right here is going to run up here and drop him off. Really, really efficient use of those boats. All right, so there's another turn down. Excellent. We've managed 2 whole turns, guys. 2 whole turns in half an hour. It's not the downtime, it's the me time. All right, so now we're in New Amsterdam, and we have this crazy list. And I'd like to probably get those going kind of... Let's see, how are we going to prioritize that? We need a lumberjack here, so we'll do that first. We also need a lumber mill there, so that might be a good idea too. Vegas, do you actually need anything? I'm going to have to write these guys off. Lumber's gone. Vegas didn't actually need anything, so it can provide... Oh, I don't know. Regina needs cabinet makers. I don't think you can make cabinet makers here. Nope. Weavers and... Do we have weavers? No. Oh, this place has some limits for sure. Okay. Well, why don't we make the doctor that's going to go to Port-au-Prince? There you go. And so I got him checked off. And we'll make a preacher, or let's not make a preacher here. What can you make here? Wait, do we have any butcher needs? Ranchers? We need a butcher for Fort Shepherd. Let's make that. If I can read my own spelling, my own scribbling. We don't have weavers here, right? I did check that. Good. Okay, we don't. Not good, but okay. We definitely don't need any fishermen or farmers. Ranchers, butchers, preachers. Do we have any other butcher spots? No, looks like we don't. Oh, yes, we do. Cheyenne needs 2 butchers. There you go. All right. Yes, look, a surplus from the Harlem. Over the 80,000 marker now. Now, we have master cabinet makers. Great. Where are they going to? Regina. So this is a trip going to Regina. First of all, 2 cabinet makers. All right, what else do we need? The 2 cabinet makers are available. Is that a weaver? No, that's a die maker. That's a vintner. Now, I think we needed a vintner out in... Who's making the grapes? Is it Fort Shepherd? I feel like it is, but maybe we have the vintners there already. Rope makers, no. Lumberjack. Well, I just purchased one. Oh, we need another one in Fort Nassau. So why don't we take him? Okay, Regina and Fort Nassau. All right. Fort Nassau also needs a weaver. So let's go grab another weaver. And put her in there. Excellent. So you're going to go to Regina?
Zoals u wilt.
Lovely. It's been a while since we come picked up from back home. We already have 2 butchers in Regina. And that's what I just made them for. Yes. Okay. So one goes to Fort Shepherd. Thank you. And the other was to go to one of the ones to Cheyenne. This dude is going to Cheyenne. I don't think that's Cheyenne. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll call it Cheyenne. Sorry if I'm butchering it. With 2 butchers. These boats. Okay, did we get the storage capacity to unload these guys? We do. Now, I have the cabinet makers on their way to Regina. Do we have a fancy cabinet making facility? We do. Lovely. Can we upgrade said cabinet shop? The furniture factory would be next. So if I put the furniture factory on ahead of the government plaza, and then we boost that bugger, look at that. We'll cash in. We're using up. We got to use up some of this money. All right, then this fine galleon can actually it can go up here. I'm gonna go to Los Angeles, and I'll explain that reason when I get there. I actually have a a forethought on what it's supposed to be. I actually, thought through this one ahead of time. All right, we got 2 slots open. Good. One there and one here. More training, people. Now, if we run out of trainees in a building, in a town that we need from that town, we can eventually shut them down. Looks like we had a bunch of surplus in Vegas. Yeah, it's going to need its warehouse as well. Jeepers. Is the warehouse expandable in here? Doesn't look like it is. Is this a customs house? No, it is not. Is the customs house a separate building? I don't remember. City Hospital. Look at that beast. What a lovely place. Okay. The customs house. This is the warehouse expansion. Gave us 3,700. The next thing is the customs house. I thought it should be already available. The theater. Regional markets needed. Already being built. That's the one I need. So we'll buy that out. Regional market. It's already on its way. It's already fully finished. Just needed some stuff delivered apparently, or whatever. So let's let that finish. It's all right if they sell stuff out. It's selling at some amount of see that Vegas lost due to limited storage capacity. That might not have been sold. I don't know. 29 barley was sold for $32, so terrible prices. But oh, I interrupted this guy last time, right? Yes, I interrupted his autoing last time. And I think he just went off somewhere else. Maybe not. Maybe he just... Oh, look! The wagon train left Fort... The trek that was sitting in Fort Nassau left. Yes! That is happy news. That made my day right there. Alright, silver is ready. You can then go to the port. Everybody knows what port I'm talking about, right? The tool wagon here needs to be... have its name removed. And you can unload. And then you can auto. Boom. Off you go, buddy. All right, lumberjack here. The issue is I don't have a lumber spot. I want this to be turned into a lumber spot. I don't have a pioneer. You could be a pioneer. That's lovely. And how about you go right here? And then you plant a forest. There we go. So he'll reforest that tile, and then when he's done, hopefully I'll remember that it's a lumberjack working as a pioneer at random in New Amsterdam, and it'll remind me to put him to work as said lumberjack rather than making the spot. This guy was just trying to explore the territory. Oh, there's English colonies over here. Bloody mess. Bloody mess. They're really pushing it, aren't they? Oh well. Well, in that case, let's hop down here with you, and you can start roading towards the front line. La Isabella, no one left for you to do. Now, if we have food shortage issues, where a town is like just not needing more food to maintain itself because it's got a happiness limitation and the people don't need to be working on crappy food production, we can add food in from elsewhere. But right now, we're not at that stage of needing to do that. Let's look at Vancouver. We got a farm set up here. This, I believe, is a farm. Let's see. We got a farm there and a plantation here. So this is an indigo plantation. Let's bring this back on. We have the silver mine. We're fishing there. Got our lumber here and lumber there. I believe we have a lodge at both spots. Yes, we do. So we will get another lumberjack at some point here. Indigo planter could come down and plant here. We are teeny tiny bit short on food, which is okay. We have one trainee who's done in 2 turns, and he can become a fisherman, and that'll settle the fishing supply, because right now our firebrand preacher's doing the fishing. Okay, aside from that, now this place is going to produce indigo. What else could it produce? Let's see the terrain. These are prairie terrain tiles. This is forested prairie. This is forested prairie. So these could all be doing the same thing. This is also forested prairie. Okay, I've got an idea. This place could produce cloth and dyed cloth. Cloth and dyed cloth? I believe down here has some production of, what is it, sugar? Cloth and sugar. So if we make dyed cloth up north, cloth here, rum here, that's 3 resources that we can produce here at a reasonable volume for the West Coast. Seems reasonable. Jungle tile there. What else? Is there just the one jungle place there? We're not really going to get a lot of production of that sort out of here. Okay, so why don't we make these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places into farms? I believe indigo is best produced from a farm. Not true. So if this is a farm, cotton is 6. Okay, these need to be plantations and not farms. No, so you're going to make a plantation here instead. So all 5 of these should be plantation tiles. Okay, this one can be a food farm. That'd be okay. Our silver dude, he's not filled up yet. What is your, you're the silver bullet. So you're the Vancouver silver bullet. Sounds fine to me. All right, we have a preacher or a medic available in Montreal, but it is not ready. So let's do this. Just tell them all to wait. Our tobacconist now has a tobacco shop. Excellent. Now we have a limited amount of we have some issues here. All right, get some more food production. We're at -1. Let's go to a slight positive here on the food. Good. We got lots of fishermen, but we got to take care to make sure the happiness and the health are managed in these new towns, because we've got to balance that for sure. We got a medic, we got an elder statesman, we got a preacher. This is Los Angeles. This is our first city out here, and probably going to be the trade capital here, I would imagine. Probably. We'll see. It can produce a lot of stuff, but either way, and it can produce a lot of food, so it can really handle a lot of internal productivity. Now, it's doing a stockade, warehouse, and a windmill. I'm going to take the windmill off. We're going to leave the warehouse on. We're going to put a lumber mill on there. That's a good, not like that. We're going to go lumber mill, warehouse, stockade. Lumber mill, warehouse, stockade, and we don't produce any tools here at all. Now again, I don't know if land tiles +1 food means every land tile that's worked gets +1 food. I doubt it, but it might. It might. Cabinet shop. We'll do that. I'll leave it at that for now, and then I'll buy out this lumber mill. We'll upgrade our productivity here, but we don't have any lumber here. We don't have any logs being supplied here. We need a lumberjack working there for sure. This place is going to output a lot of excess lumber, or some excess lumber at some point anyways. We have another lumberjack. Can you lumberjack for us, please, here? Oh, what happened to you? No messy around, mister. All right, you're making surplus lumber there. You guys have a bit of stone. Do you? Yes, you're producing a tiny bit of stone here. We got 19 dudes, or 3 dudes making 19 hammers here. Actually, it's coming out at 28, which is pretty good for a start. You're going to need more culture push here for sure. But maybe the city hall after that, and we'll buy it up. There's a town hospital and a saloon and a college going in, so those will boost that as well. All right, we were building a farm here, I believe. Nope, I think. Forested prairie. This place. This one needs a... This is going to be lumber. That's going to be lumber. Does this already have a lodge? It does. This has a lodge in the road. Good. This has the trap. Mm-hmm. We have a collector's house there. Plaster Road, and he's working on building a farm up there. Pasture. Don't know. Don't know what'll be next there. Let's put a road in here as well, so there's better transit there. Plaster Road's already in place here. Let's go to the city and put in the Plaster Road there. Lovely. Now we do have surplus dudes here. A surplus dude here, I guess. You can go into town, and you can just wait. More people. People that are just standing around, I think. Pretty sure they were standing around because I expelled them for the purpose of making them stand around. This guy is going to go... let's pull this galleon down this way. Oh, hi. What interrupted you? You don't often get woken up. What happened, man? Friend, what happened? I don't see any foreign units. I don't know. Yeah, they're just entirely undefended. This is not the case in the 4.0 version. They fight back well. You guys, however, are now ready to go do some more ransacking. Aha! Yep. We'll hit it if we can. Apparently we can't. Let's unload the carpenter, and then we'll wait here. Now, does Tata need another carpenter? They do. You've only been doing this for 5 turns, dude. That's not enough to keep the job. Sorry. You've been outsourced. All right, we produce lumber here? Not really. Not a lot. Oh, that's right. The farm that was converted into, or the forest spot that was converted into a farm. And you must have had an infinite supply of resources, dude. Look at this. Huh? Sawmill? What? Oh. So they can produce a lot of lumber there? Why if... Oh, there's no forest there. It's a sawmill on a road on Savannah. With no forest. Awkward, but okay. Can you be converted into a pioneer? No. No is the answer. I guess Tata needs to be doing what? Man, it's really not a lot to do here. We have a way huge surplus of food. We need to reduce that a little. It's just crazy overkill. 43 surplus food. All the fishermen just stand around because there's a bunch of farmers in the field. Make sure nobody's automating. I just want to bring down the number. We've got stacks and stacks of people. We don't need more food produced. And the raw resources aren't going to be... they're going to be they're going to be lost in the error, in the rounding errors, basically, with the income here. So, we have so many people. This is nuts. I mean, so much food. Now, we're down to +8 food there. Jeepers. Alright, that'll do. Just fine, thank you. All you fine fellows. Can you please all hang out? Except for you two. Just hang out there. Alright. Now, do we need... yeah, the preacher can get to work. Preach it, brother. Now, we do need... We just recently got the medic back here. So we do need to keep this positive for a while. That's... What's that? 6 turns? To get that sorted out. So I don't want to extend that much more... Any more than I have to. If I do an elder statesman here, does it change it? Yeah, not worth it for now. I'll leave them there. He can wait with the rest of them. Why are you here? Oh yes, you were going around to do merchant work. The ship of the line can join you? Sure. Come on, let me select them both to get... There we go. Not cap locks, Rick. Not cap locks. Okay, you guys can load up anything that is surplus that we don't need. A lot of horses, perhaps? Something like that? Too much of that, anyways. Some lumber as well. Frigate doesn't haul. Ship of the line doesn't haul. Alright, let's move this stuff back over to Vegas, where it can be distributed amongst the colonies with our beautiful automated system. This guy came up here to build a mine. Did you get it done? There's a quarry. I lied. He didn't come to build a mine. There's a mine there, and I built a quarry there. We need the fur works here. We need the... What's it called? A fur trading post, and a lodge. Have no lodge there. We have no trading post there. Let's go through the lodge next. A lumber lodge. Is there a chance that we have the capacity to output a pioneer here? No. No pioneer here. What are we missing for a pioneer? Pioneers need just tools, right? Yes, 50 tools. Which we don't have. That's right, you can wait, sir. You can keep waiting. That guy, and you can wait for your ship to arrive. Photo Prince. You guys can wait there for a moment. Actually, you can totally just wait there. Is that it? That's it for another turn down. October 1710. Ooh, that's the Spanish. Privateer attacked the galleon. That's a loaded galleon. I mean, it's got hemp and stuff on it, so it's not like it's loaded with tens of millions of dollars. 10,000 goods have been traded. Dang. All right, Isabella, you need to think about your supply. You need 2 dryers. Yes, absolutely expert dryers right away to increase our productivity there. This is the AMS Shiny Gems. That's from Amsterdam.
U kunt op ons rekenen.
Wonderful. You are the dryer. Okay, so Isabella had planters. Go ahead back to your coffee planting, please. And you are a cocoa planter. Go back to your cocoa planting. Now we've got an offset number of products being produced here. Why are we so short on the... Oh, that because like almost all of you are coffee, or one of you is coffee. Cocoa. There you go. We're making 41 each. Now, 41 is okay for the cocoa, not okay for the coffee. Look at that. We're consuming 11 of them, which means 4 of these towns basically overuses what we've got here. So we need 2 more, probably coffee people here, which is concerning because I think we have the wrong ratio. I need more coffee produced and shipped into La Isabela. So yes, we do have 1 of the dryers supplied there. We also have a need to lumber import here, but we set that auto up. Isabella's finished its next trainee, so we'll get somebody else back in the school. Start out. You're going to come down, sir, and you are going to load up into the, into the Caleb? No, into the Zurzee. The Zurzee. Who are you going to load? Do you need a carpenter? Yeah, go ahead and load you into the Zurzee. And I don't really need a farmer. Take the 2 fishermen out. We'll load them to the Zurzee as well. Zurzee, you may go to... No, let's go to here. Boom. Wonderful. You're going to offload your lumber. And I think you're going to be like a transporter of the peoples. Let's go up this way. We're going to load up as many basic units as we can. What are they called? Colonists? As we are able to. Sailing boat here by itself, huh? Alright. Why do we have a whaling boat by itself out there? Move that guy over this way. And you can sentry there. More likely to catch them, I suppose, from that angle. Alright, so we have a desert mine here, which means it produces very, very little, but it produces a bit. And we needed that because we can't get... Oh, look! Our territory has popped out over here. Because the Russians don't actually have any local production here. And this must be a new colony. Fairly new colony to have not pushed that tile at all. We just need a little bit of culture to outdo, what, the Portuguese culture here? We should be able to do that in this town eventually, not immediately. You're doing what? Fine lumber? Possibly. Go ahead and put in a bit of exotic logging camp there. Fortify, please, good sirs. You go back home and properly fortify here as well. These guys can wait here as well. It's the front line. It's the edge of the wilderness, so to speak. Regina, did you get a trainee ready? Not yet. Yeah, Regina needs just the cabinet makers that are on their way. That's fine. Hemp and what? Oh, yes. So let's take stuff out of here. This is the not taking the good stuff guy. Not the silver. Any surplus raw materials. A couple hundred fur would be nice. Let's go ahead and take those to... Oops, wrong button. Oh, this is a caravel. That's not viable. Well, we're going to go up here. I'll drop it off there. This seems like the reason... Isosceles seems like a reasonable location for export, I suppose. Maybe. Yeah, probably okay. Where's this dude? Oh, no. Wrong button. There we go. Are you able to train? You sure are. Good on you, lad. Good on you. This will be our wood lodge. It looks like we have a peasant available here. Well, peasant. How about you become a trapper? I mean, why not? Why do I have a brewery here? Oh, just to get the +1, maybe? That's actually not bad for an initial town. Oh, that's a cool idea. So, a lot of these buildings, a few of these buildings, we have free +1s. I think the cloth production as well. So, if we built a weaver's house here, and let's put what I think that was a stockade. We put a weaver's house here. I'm gonna buy it out just to test this. Let's check if Peggy's Cove when it gets a weaver's house, if it gets free cloth. I think it does. It gets like 1 free cloth, and that'll be enough to impress them, enough to make them, you know, pseudo happy. This place is for what? A mining peak? It is. Gonna mine that, please. Trois Rivières. Are you ready? Trois Rivières is alive, and oh my gosh, full of horse training sillies. Okay. So the food is not going to work here. We're going to have to swap you guys out. Food, food, food. I'm going to click the don't auto anything button. We'll take these guys off of here. We need to deal with the anger management going on here. One of you comes back out of here. We don't have a hospital, so let's go ahead and purchase that. Not the well. Let's go with the hospital first. Then the village well. We'll purchase the hospital. He'll go in tomorrow. I need to select you, wake you up, tell you to wait for a minute. Now, in Trois Rivières, they do produce lumber here. It's exotic, apparently. That's a silly thing to do. How about regular lumber? Wonderful. 2 carpenters. Okay. Another carpenter should stick around here at some point. I don't know about weavers, but the carpenters can stay. Fishermen that are not fishermen, out of town, please. We have 2 colonists training. Got some drying going on here for what? What are we trying to dry? Coffee? Let's switch one of you to cocoa. So we get a bit of each to make people a little happier. If that's going to work. We don't have enough happiness here, but if we remove the domestic demand... Oh, we have no domestic demand for cocoa, right? Out of town you go, sir. Better. We have some coffee demand. Carpenter student. You're the wrong dude for that. You're not a preacher man. Or the son of a preacher man. Maybe you are the son of a preacher man. I don't know. Master Roper. Fisherman. Yeah, it's just 1 turn, eh? Interesting. Yeah. They got 1 turn each, so they started last turn. Okay, we're at negative food there. The happiness is going to be seriously problematic. We do not need to produce any horses right now. These fellows can leave. We're at -4 food. You're also producing horses. It's going to be a whole lot of people standing around doing nothing. Sweet nothing, honey. I'm going to take this guy and put him on the fishing because he'll produce enough to bring us into a surplus. Oh, I thought it'd be a surplus, but it's a break even. We're at -2 for the happiness now. What could we fix? You're a horse, dude. Don't need that. Ah, +1. Nice. So the happiness is balanced there now. Good. And the wagon is not really needed to do anything. We're going to need to get buildings going there for sure, but let's get everybody parked for the moment. Not you. Everybody is not useless. Or that is useless, I should say. Temporarily useless. In a holding pattern. Let's call it that. Alright. You guys still waiting for your galleon? You sure are. Slow things, those boats. Okay, butcher ready in town here. Okay. Right, I need another butcher. In fact, I needed 2 of them? No, 1 of them here. You're going to be butchering sheep as well. Yes, more sheep butchering to get more wool cloth. And we need the weavers here and the weavers upgrade shop. Okay, let's go ahead and buy out the tools for that one. Town hospital needs what? It's done. It just needs to be put back on the list. Now, we don't make a lot of cloth or anything here. Yes, we do. Okay, no, we don't. Let's not jump 3 sentences ahead. We make 1 cloth here by default for just having a weaver's hut, due to one of our founding fathers. Yes, Fort Shepherd was the one that needed the vintners, right? Do we have a vintner? We have 1 vintner. Master vintner. And a grape dude. So we're going to probably have 3 grape dudes and 2 to 3 master vintners. Okay. This might be overcrowded. Vintner. Times 2. Grapes. Times 2. Right, I'll put those on for future reference. Quebec is well fed. Ooh. What? Oh yeah, I was gonna put in a road here. Just to bypass the dangerous animals. Some upgrades there. You guys are just chilling? Kinda, yeah. Kinda you are. You're gonna just go ahead to New Amsterdam now. Here we made a lodge. Wonderful good times. Don't know what else we're gonna make in this place that's urgent. Probably nothing. Let's go ahead and have you guys do a road to command. And you guys can come all the way down to here for now. Start going southwest. Alright, pirates. Alright. Didn't do much there, did you? This is a plaster road. With the plaster road continued down there. More silver and weight. They'll get a partial amount loaded when they're full. This guy's waiting for a forest to be planted here. Need a pioneer available. I don't think you can be. We don't have the tools, so you can't be a pioneer. We have a school for you in Quebec. No, we do, but not yet. Not for a while. We're making it, guys. We're already into 1711. Oh, and we're at an hour point, so I'll let the turn run its course. Massive behind-the-scenes upgrades. A lot has improved in the last little bit here. So Isabella had its first dryer made. We're going to go ahead and make immediately another dryer. And I got to think of where we're going to get the rest of that stuff for, but I don't know. Vancouver. Okay, you've got a trainee here. Fisherman. We talked about that. Oh. You can't. That's unfortunate. Well, we will eventually need another lumberjack. You might as well train as a lumberjack and then be... Then do your not lumberjacking. Orange Express. Sell and return to Fort Orange, please. Alright, so this guy is going to... I gotta put in a cut here, but this guy's gonna go fish. Because why not? It'll get us into the surplus, and we don't need the lumber yet, so he's there when we need him. When the towns and everything gets upgraded, then he'll be in a better state. Let's put that on the list, buy that, and then put that on the list. Good. Alright. Any more silver? Yes. Stop your turn. Farms are made there. Both these dudes can build a road. This dude can build a... You cannot build a road. How are you? Oh, there's already a plaster road there. Really? Alright then. Not sure. Let's go down here. Stop, Drake, stop. Okay. let us pause it here and for sure come back in the next episode. Thanks everybody so much for joining. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and the improvements have gone a long way. That still sits us at 0 happiness, but we're improving our health here, which is awesome. This town will actually do some cool stuff. We'll send this guy over here. He'll get there in a couple turns, then he can build the forest in there. We got a forest going in the at home here. And lots and lots more to come. The domestic trade is actually working. Look at this. Automated trade happening. So good. I'll have to check in an episode or so, kind of mid next episode. Maybe we'll have a look to see if we need more vehicles doing it. We probably do. We probably need more vehicles running the auto trades. So I don't know, but it's quite likely. Well, thanks everybody. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. Hit the like button if you don't mind. We'll see you in game.